Hello again there, friends of the garage. Welcome to a very brisk morning here in the NTM front yard. No talk motorsport. Today, subject, more Mystique, who's still under the covers. She's so cold on this brisk morning. But today is road trip day. We're going on a road trip in Mystique. Yippee! Watch for the adventures. Well, thrill seekers, here we are. The road trip has begun. We've got the obligatory heart starter, so that's a good start. And we're on the road and we're on our way. So let's just keep tabs on a few of the things we do along the way, shall we? Well there, friends of the garage, here we are. We're just over halfway on day one. Car's going a treat. Just thought we'd better stop in for a quick splash and dash of the motion lotion. Grab myself a little bit of something to keep me fueled as well. So all's looking good. Let's keep on going. The battery just died. Hey there, friends and neighbours. Alright, well, so we got to the end of day one yesterday. We were hoping to be here before dark. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And then I went to record this last night and the battery went flat on the camera and it started to rain. So, hey, it's the start of day two. And let's just recap day one. This little girl, the RX-8 GT, I've got to say, it's a GT in the true sense of the term. It's not this modern GT race car, sports, whatever. Yes, it's a sports car of sorts, but it's a real Gran Turismo, Grand Tourer, the proper GT, covering long distances at high speed, in comfort. What a great little car. The only drawback of the whole day was the fact that we had to stick to Australian speed limits, 100 to 110 k's an hour. It made it very, very tedious, I've got to tell you there, friends and neighbours. But we got here. The car itself, the day ran at around about 22, 24 degrees ambient. The engine water temperature sat at a low 80 degrees thereabouts fairly constantly right through the day. We returned 10.5 litres per 100 kilometres. That's about 27 or so mile to a gallon if you're in the old school like me. That's incredible. And I tell you what, it feels strong, it's going well. Nice little car. So anyway, day two, a little less of the driving, a little bit more social going on today, so it's not quite as sunny as it was yesterday, but it's not too bad. Let's see how the day progresses. Well, first on the agenda today, day two, is breakfast with an old business associate, Liam. So he's on his way over here right now. You guys, mind your own business. I'm out of here. Well, the fun you have when you're out on a road trip is you see some interesting stuff. Now, I don't know who belongs to this Land Cruiser behind me, but I saw the massive front mount that he's got sitting in the front there. I just had to stop and include it in this road trip movie because it's hilarious. Good on him. He's out there modifying his Land Cruiser, having a great time. Big thumbs up, mate. Don't know who you are, but yeah, doing it good. Now, just a little bit of a side note. Lots of people seem to make comments about rotaries and not warm starting, not cold starting, not doing this, not doing that. Some people say you're supposed to give it a rev so that it clears all of the fuel out of the housings and who knows whatever else. And you know, there's always hassles. But this little girl, you know, I've never revved it to turn the key off. I've never done anything other than start it, turn it off. It's never flooded, never thing. You watch, this time it'll probably prove me wrong, but let's just have a crack. It's actually hot at the moment because we've been driving this morning. Key in, it's in neutral. Let's, if you can hear it, no, can't move it because the steering wheel's locking the key. Let's see how hard it takes to start. Hopefully you can hear it. Did you hear that, folks? Took nothing. Have a look at this, trendsetters, thrill seekers. Who plays squash anymore? Obviously somebody does. Well, trendsetters, not only did I say not so much driving today, but not even cars. Look what they got me doing. Flat pack furniture. Have a crack. Okay, so we've finished the flat pack. We got the table done. It's looking good. The lovely friend up here on the coast, Ange, she's absolutely delighted with the end result. So what do we do now? Of course, we're back to our old tricks. Cars. Not Mazda. Not Japanese. It's European. With one of these funny silver stars. Oh, the star's missing. Never mind. Yeah, this thing's playing some funny games. The owner of it has asked me to have a quick look at it. No guarantee we're going to get fixed, but hey, it's a learning curve. Let's play Mercedes. Well, we've had a crack at the bends. Something's a bit screwy in the electrics, and I got the feeling it's something to do with an immobilisation that's been put in there aftermarket. Keeps blocking the scan tool from accessing the ECU, keeps locking things out, makes the immobiliser reset every time you try and access the ECU, so yeah, something's really screwy there. Anyway, we had a crack. Might have to take it back to the Silver Star people to find out exactly what it is, and if they can't get access either, it's going back to the people that supplied this isolation or interlocking type device in there that's immobilising the vehicle. Alright, so that's enough for me for today. Well, not so much for today, just for this morning. We're going to go and have some lunch locally here where we are, and then we're taking little Mystique, the RX-8, up to the owner and giving him a drive. We'll get a bit of footage on that very shortly. Open your eyes now, because it'll probably automatically go straight from here to boom! We're there this afternoon with Craig. So see, I told you it wouldn't take very long for us to get as far as we needed to get. Anyway, it has got quite a bit darker though, hasn't it? Yeah. We're at Craig's place. We're about to see him soon. Let's see what sort of a reaction he gets to Mystique, who's right underneath you. Right, so okay, friends, neighbours, this is Craig. Craig, the owner of Mystique. What's your initial impressions of the physical look of it so far? We haven't driven it yet, we're going to do that shortly.
Well, it's got lines.
It's got lines, yeah. It doesn't look any different except for that. that's the only difference on the outside. So
admittedly, I was expecting you to do more on the exhaust. It doesn't look like you have.
Well, no, we haven't gone to the point of going aftermarket on the exhaust. That is a point where we need to look at, because particularly the catalytic converters on these things, they just don't like having the oil thrown down them that the rotaries tend to do. But anyway, that's another story.
I have actually heard also the RX-8s, if you don't do it right with the exhaust, they'll throw up engine failure lights on the dash.
And yeah, the O2 sensors and do all that sort of stuff there, they're horrible. But anyway, we're going to go and take it for a rip. Then let's see what Craig's got to say after that.
Luckily the rain held off.
Good point. We'll talk to you in a minute. Righto, so we've just been for a rip in Mystique. Craig, you enjoyed some time at the wheel with the old girl?
It was good to be back behind the wheel. It was really smooth, like I remember, and probably more so. A little lumpier on the idle, but that's because it's been modified.
No, very good. All right, well, I'm pleased to hear that, the efforts and all the work that's gone into it has come to a positive result.
Oh, it's definitely a positive result.
Cool, cool. All right, well, folks, that's going to end day 2. We'll come back to you with the last section of the road trip. Keep watching. So, friends and neighbours, day 3. It's pretty grey skies up above. Been raining a bit. It's that time of year, I guess. You kind of expect it to not be so quite warm, but compared to home, it's still warmer than what we've got down south, which is where we're heading again today. So last night we went for a rip. Craig enjoyed his time driving Mystique. I think he was a little bit underwhelmed with the results of the engine build. He said, look, it probably goes as good, maybe a little better than what it was when he first had it, before the thing died on him. But perhaps you thought some of the work that was done to it might have given some bigger results. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He's still very happy with how it goes. But today, we're heading back to the garage. It's been a good couple of days. We might even do one more social stop on the way home, depending on availability of a very old school friend of mine. But we're getting in the car, we'll head on home. Road trip home hopefully will be just as uneventful as the road trip up, and we'll speak to you when we get further south. Well, friends and neighbours, we are back on the road, day 3. Again, the obligatory heart starter. We are making a social stop halfway home, so about lunchtime we'll be catching up with an old school friend we haven't seen for 35, 40 years, thereabouts. Scary thought, isn't it? Anyway, that's what we'll be doing. Let's enjoy the drive. Heading south again, as I said at the start of the day, it's a grey old day, so we're going to take it nice and easy. But here's the return journey. Day 3 on the road trip in Mystique. Well, folks, we've arrived at our social meeting. I'm about 10 minutes late, so you can be sure I'm going to get served for this one. But anyway, if we look over there, that's where we're meeting. Kim will be somewhere over there. So, folks, I'm going to leave you about here. And you just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. Righto, well, that was a good catch-up. I haven't spent more time there than we expected to, but the weather hasn't improved, so we're going to start heading for HQ. See you then. Righto, friends and neighbours, it's the end of day 3, it's the end of the road trip, and here we are inside No Talk Motorsport HQ, because outside, yet again, we've kept with tradition. We finished the day in the dark, but on top of that, it's heaving down with rain. It's freezing cold. I've resorted to the jumper over the top of the shirt. So, look, we've done it inside the HQ. So, just a quick recap on the couple of days we've been away. Primary objective, give Mystique a really good run, put on some fast miles and see how she performs, and essentially performed flawlessly. You want to do some long distance touring, do it quickly, do it comfortably. I can say RX-8 is a good alternative. There's plenty of cars that will be able to do that really, really well, but this is one of them. If anybody tells you otherwise, they've either not done it in an RX-8 or they've done it in an RX-8 that's performing pretty poorly, because I tell you what, this one absolutely spot on. We took the car up there to Craig, the owner of the car. He's had a bit of a rip. He's having a think of what he can do with the car, what he wants to do with the car. Aside from that, while we were out, social connections, old business partners, old school friends, lots of buddies. We've seen some interesting sights. It's been a good trip, really good. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. Keep an eye out for some more video stuff coming soon. Got some more rotary stuff in the pipeline. We've got Morticia, getting her ready to hit the track. We'll do some track footage. We've got some other stuff on a few other cars that we're working on, just getting them cleaned up for a few customers and getting them out. But it's all performance based. It's all about a bit of fun. But look, as I say, thanks for watching. Keep watching for the next stuff. See you real soon.